Hello everyone, Adam here today, back with another video. We're playing Driving Simulator, and like last episode on my channel, I told you tips and how I grind. But this episode is something a bit different. It's the same game, but I'm going to tell you what cars to buy in order. I bet you read the title, so... Hello. Okay. So, the first starter car that you should buy, the best starter car you should buy, is the Audi TT, or as this game calls it, because it doesn't want to get copyrighted, the RELT. This car is the best starter car when you first start out in the game. It gives you 3 choices. It's either this car, this car, or this car, the Volkswagen Beetle, the one that's flashing. But I would go for the Audi because I have it and it's the best looking and the best stats. And after that, when you want to grind more and you don't want to be last in races all the time, whatever you do, don't get the Tesla Model 3. It's not worth it, nor any of these vintage looking cars. This isn't vintage, but don't get this either. What I want you to get is either this one or this one. I would rather grind a bit more for this one because it has better everything. And it's just a tiny bit more, but it's quite a bit for a noob or a beginner. After that, once you got either one of these, you want to get the big guns. So, what I would want you to do is either get... If you don't want to grind that much, get the Shelby, or like this car, or Dodge Viper, Lancia Stratos. I wouldn't really get the Lancia Stratos, only because its acceleration and top speed aren't the greatest. But it's alright. It's like good. But the car that I would recommend the most out of all of these cars would be the Chevrolet Corvette. Ugh, that's a tongue twister. Okay, after you get the Chevrolet Corvette, or this car, or this car, or even this car, I would get this. Get this, even though I don't have it. It's really good. When I actually had this car, it was like $250K, I think it costs. This car was always beating me. Just when I made a tiny mistake in Around the World, this car would beat me. So I would go for this one, or if you like vintage looking Lambos, go for this bad boy. Or you could just get the Huracan, but I personally don't think it's that worth it. Sure, it looks nice, but like the stats, sure, the handling's pretty good and maybe the acceleration, but the rest is just plain garbage. Now, after you either get this car or this car, since this is in between these two prices, I would want you to get either the Porsche 918 Spider, Ford GT, even the Lamborghini Aventador, or my best car, the McLaren Senna. This costs, I believe, $850K. It's good for its price, and I see everyone using it. Like literally every single around the world race I do, there's at least one, maybe two McLaren Sennas. So, after you get the McLaren Senna, you're where I am. And where I am, it means good stuff's gonna happen, which means don't get this car. Do not. I could beat it with this car, and it's way cheaper. This car's way cheaper and better. And after you get the either this one, or this one, I would want you to get, I just exited, either not the McLaren P1, not worth it at all, even though the acceleration isn't bad at all. If you want looks, this is a nice British car. Or if you want, you could push to this bad boy. Sure, the back doesn't look the best, but it beats me almost all the time. But the brakes aren't the best. Okay. After you get what I was saying, this one, or this one, I would want you to get either, even though I don't think this is worth it that much, the looks isn't the greatest, either the McLaren F1, even though acceleration isn't the worthest. What I would go for, which is what I'm going for now, is, drum roll please, not the Helion, but the Stallion Seam. This looks amazing. Plus, it has good speed, good acceleration, good handling, and all right brakes. It's beautiful. It's like amazing. Or you could push harder to get this. Even though I think it's kind of worth it, I don't want to grind too much. But after you get either the McLaren F1 or the Stallion Seam, I would want you to get either the Celine S7, maybe even this car. Yeah, the Stallion Centaur. Not the Hennessey Venom GT, but maybe the Okay, let's see if we could pronounce this. I want you to say this with me. Koenigsegg. Really? Koenigsegg Agera RS. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This is amazing. I'd either want you to get this bad boy, totally worth it. I have this in Vehicle Simulator. Or the Stallion Centaur. I think that's how you say it, Centaur. After you get one of those two, I've actually, Geez, it's 10 million. Just a moment of silence. I would get whatever you want, whatever you think you're up to. It could be the not this name again. Koenigsegg Agera. This is my favorite car in the game. It's amazing. Not only by stats, But the looks, it looks so slick. It's amazing. I see it also everywhere. One of my friends in Roblox has this. Her name is Tatan-chan, I think. TATAN_CHAN. And you could search her up. It's a girl. And you could add her as a friend. And then you could grind together. And she'll give you tips about around the world because she plays that 95% of the time. And I believe she's grinding for this car. Which I don't blame her because I believe she has basically every single one of the cars in the game. Except maybe the VIP limo. But, that's your opinion. If you want to get this car and flex all your life, get it. Or the Bugatti Chiron, or I used to call it the Chiron. I like calling it the Chiron. Or even the, oh god, not this again. Koenigsegg, just go. One of these after you get either this car or this car. Or even this car. So, I think that's it for this video. If you like this, or if you got tips, or even if you just want to subscribe, be happy to, because it'll influence me to make more videos and tips for you guys, and it's gonna be fun on this YouTube road of craziness. And I think that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm gonna leave, so it's easier to leave. Join. End the video. Okay. That is it for me and this video. I hope you've gained some knowledge or tips for your next car or grinding experience. And I'll see you guys very soon. Maybe even next week. And next week's video is gonna be the game passes, about the game passes in Driving Simulator. Okay, guys? Bye. Have a great rest of your day.